guys, welcome back to my channel. So as the beginning of the school year approaches, I thought it would be useful to film a tour, an on-campus tour, because when I first started school, like, it is a very small campus, but I was so confused, and anytime I would ask my roommates questions like, where do I go print, or where's this building, where's that, they would kind of give me an idea of where everything was, and to them it was very like, come on, like, I told you exactly where it is. But as a new person or a new student, you're kind of lost as to where anything that they mentioned is. Like, they would be like, oh yeah, when you get to Cesar Chavez, like, just turn right, and I'm like, where's Cesar Chavez? So I'm gonna try to make this video as in-depth as possible. I hope it's not too long, but it will be helpful, and I'll try to give you guys some tips here and there of where to study, or like how to take buses and how to get to certain places from campus. Right now, the M line, which is the train that I use to get to campus, is closed, and it's closed for the next 2 months. So I'm not sure if it's going to be open when school starts, but they do have shuttles coming. So it's basically the same thing. It's just more of a bus instead of a train. So yeah. The vlog here because it's such a populated area. It's Saturday right now, so it's super busy, but this is where a lot of students do get jobs. A lot of students work at Apple, and that's a really good job if you can get a job there, but it's super hard to get hired there. And then H&M, Cotton On, you know, like, there's all the basic stores, and then there's also high-end stores here that if you're shopping there, you got money. But yeah, so, and there's also a lot of food courts here, and Trader Joe's, Target, what else is here? Those are like the most helpful stores. So I'm gonna actually make a quick stop at Trader Joe's because I need food, and then I'm gonna head to campus. Alright, so I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. Right behind me is Stonestown. You can see Target right there, and then this is basically where the campus starts. This right here is off-campus housing, and it's called UPN, University Park North. I actually lived in an apartment in UPN this past year. It was super small, but because my roommates had a contract from like years ago, because they were way older than me. Okay, not that much older than me, but they started college a long time ago. So our rent was a lot cheaper. I don't know how much they pay here now. I remember this girl last year told me she was paying about $700. I think everything was included, and she only shared with one other person, so I guess that's pretty good, because there's people who pay like $800 for their own bedroom, not including utilities. So I mean, it's just up to your budget and how much you're willing to give up. And then also, it gets really sketchy out here at night, or I think it is, but yeah. And then also just want to mention how the weather changed literally from, I live in Ingleside now, and it's about like 10 minutes away from here, and as you guys could probably see when I started my intro, it was sunny, and then it's really cloudy by campus now. It's still kind of warm, but it's pretty windy and cloudy. So yeah, always bring a sweater with you. I'm walking onto campus now. Einstein right behind us. This is probably the end of campus right here. This is the road that everyone takes to go to Stonestown or come home if they live in UPN. And I'm headed to Thornton Hall right now. Okay, so right now I'm kind of at the top. So behind me is Hensel Hall, and then if you turn around, over here is Thornton Hall, and right behind or in front of it is the science building. Thornton Hall, I've had one class there, and that was my freshman year. I had astronomy lab. And then Hensel Hall, I also have had one class there, and that was one of my performance communications classes. It gets super hot in there because we don't have AC since it's always cold in San Francisco. So the days that it's hot, it's just stuffy as heck. And then science building, I've had like 2 classes there. I had my astronomy class and my statistics class. So if you're like those majors, this is probably like the wing that you're gonna be on. I'm gonna head out that way, and that's where most of my classes take place, and that's kind of like where the main campus is. So that's where you will always be walking by. That's where you'll be printing and just living life. So instead I decided to head to the front of campus just because this is where basically everyone gets dropped off. So behind me, right here, these are the bus stops, and the 28 and 57 come by here. You can take the 28 to Daly City BART. You head that way. If you want to take it in the opposite direction to head more towards downtown, actually, okay, you guys have probably seen my other vlogs where I blog about a cafe called Home, literally my favorite place ever. You take the 28 to Noriega going this way, so across the street, that'll get you there. Just letting you guys know. Then across the street, you guys can see it right there, that's where the M line goes by. So if you head towards this way, you will go towards like Ingleside. That's what I take to go home. You head the opposite direction, that's gonna take you straight into downtown, and it stops at Montgomery, Embarcadero, Civic Center, Powell, and Van Ness, I believe. Those are the only downtown stops that it makes. So, and also we have Gator passes now, which are our school IDs. Excuse me. And you are basically traveling within SF for free. Like you can take any muni for free. What else? Okay, behind me right here, this is the HSS building, and then there's one cafe right there. All the cafes on campus are basically owned by the same person, and also they do hire at the beginning of the school year. So if you're looking for a job like immediately as soon as you get onto campus, you can apply to any of the cafes on campus, and they do a lot of interviews. They're even hiring now if you want to email them your resume. I will include the email in the description box because I'm not sure what it is, and I have to go find a paper that includes the address. Right here we have the administration building. I've only been there like once because I had to turn in my study abroad papers, so I don't think you have to go there very often. Also, if you're here for orientation, there's a lot of signs that will lead you to the right direction. So orientation always begins at the Cesar Chavez building, and there's literally a sign right there. So as soon as you get onto campus, you'll see a lot of signs. I think orientation's over, but I'm not sure. So yeah, that's where everything is. Cesar Chavez has food downstairs. There's offices for clubs all around. And what else? I think you can add money to your Clipper card if you needed to, but you don't really need a Clipper card anymore unless you're using BART. And I think that's it. So right here, like I said, HSS building, and that I believe is the business building. Yes, it is. Okay, so now I'm going into the like main campus basically. Okay, so if you just head straight down from the muni stops, you're gonna end up on campus. Obviously right there is Shop 24, and it's a vending machine, and it has basically anything you need, like chargers, like phone chargers, snacks, anything that will get you through a late night study. But everything is super overpriced, like Oreos. A pack of like 6 Oreos is $2 when you could buy a whole big pack for the same price at Target. You can see the business building right there, and then right here is the library. So there's, I don't know how many floors, like 4 floors or something like that. If you want to talk while studying, you go to the 3rd floor. If you don't want to talk at all, you go all the way to the basement floor, and there's one separate room that no one is allowed to talk in. And you can also reserve a room for a group, or you can reserve it for yourself. That's what I do. And you basically have a whole room to yourself to study. And there's also whiteboards that you can write on, so like a whole wall is a whiteboard. And there's a lot of booths on this level, and there's a pizza inside as well. basically back to the beginning, and that was the entire campus. I didn't talk through the rest of it because I don't want it to be a super long video, since YouTube won't let me post longer than 15 minutes because I'm not a verified account. I love my life. Anyway, so the SFSU bookstore, you can get to it through Cesar Chavez. Important buildings would probably be Student Health Services. At the beginning they tell you that it's free. It's not free. Like, you're still paying for services. Like, birth control is free, they give you condoms, there's certain things that you can get for free, but if you were to go get like a physical done, you still have to pay for that, and sometimes it's cheaper to just go through your health insurance. If you don't have health insurance, then obviously you can get it here, but it's about, I think I paid like $60 for mine, so I was like, And then you get a discount on medication, but it's not always free. Student services, that's a really important building because that's where the financial aid office is. That's where you'll pay for everything. Like, that's where the bursar is. So if you have to pay tuition, you can go there, and they only take cash or check. And if you have to like pay anything, you can go pay there, like your health insurance or like your health bills, anything, you can go pay it there. And that's, I think that's where, oh, that's also where the registrar is. So if you have to do something with your grades or like get transcripts, that's where you'll go. What else is an important building? I think those are the main ones that I wanted to tell you guys about. And you obviously saw like fine arts, creative arts, humanities, Burke Hall, ethnic studies, and psych. Oh, also Massouf Hall, or Massouf Wellness Center, something like that. That's our gym basically. So you just go and scan your Gator card and you're in, and they have rock climbing in there, so that's cool. And oh, you saw the towers as well, and the village. I stopped by Vilmar, which is the village market, but if anyone ever says Vilmar, that's what they mean. And that is open until about 3 a.m. I believe on weekends, because obviously people go out and party. Stuff is also super overpriced there, but they have ice cream, they have pizza, sandwiches, they have everything. And right by Massouf Hall is also Park Merced. That's where a lot of students live if they live off campus. It's also expensive, but they also have a gym if you don't want to go to your own gym here. And yeah, I hope this was super helpful to you guys. If you still have questions or if some parts were kind of confusing, go ahead and leave a comment and I'll try to answer it the best that I can. I would say you can try to find me at the beginning of school, but your girl's studying abroad, so I won't be here at the beginning of the fall semester. But if you're new or if you're considering SFSU, I hope this really helped, and good luck, guys.